Have you ever betrayed yourself? What does it feel like to betray yourself? I think we've all been there. I think we've all been in that devastating place that has hindered our development of self-esteem, self-confidence, and especially self-worth. By far, self-betrayal is the most devastating thing to your sense of self-worth. And yet we've all been there. We've all betrayed ourselves. And we've all dealt with the anger and the frustration and the resentment of doing something that you know it's counter to everything that you feel within you. It doesn't really matter if you keep every commitment you make to other people. It doesn't matter if you are there for other people. When we self-betray, we dishonor our own soul. So how do you stop the soul-killing thing so many of us do when we betray ourselves? In today's video, I'm going to give you the 5 steps you can take to stop betraying yourself and finally make your goals and dreams the priority they were meant to be. Hi, I'm Cassandra Vaughn, and this is Cassandra Vaughn TV, a life redesign channel for women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s who want to rebuild their minds, redesign their lives, and reestablish their powerful sense of self-worth. If you're a woman in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, and you are ready to rebuild your life, meaning you are ready to put on your crown, to reclaim the throne and rule your kingdom, click subscribe and click the bell, and you'll be alerted every time there's a new video, and they will all relate to you. Self-betrayal is soul-killing. The more that we betray ourselves, the more we injure our ability to have self-trust and self-esteem and self-worth and all these things that are super important to making and keeping the commitments that we make to ourselves. And I talk a lot about this in my book, 10 Things Brilliant Women Do That Other Women Won't. The reason why I wrote that book is because I don't know what it is, but as women, we tend to put ourselves last. We tend to shuffle around our entire lives, not take care of ourselves in the effort to keep other people happy. And what I talk about in 10 Things Brilliant Women Do That Other Women Won't is this: brilliant women make and keep the commitments they make to themselves first. And when you learn how to do that, it's a superpower, because everything else you're able to do, both for yourself and for other people, comes with you mastering how to do that. And here's the problem with betraying yourself. When you don't use your superpower to prioritize your life, when you don't make and keep the commitments that you make to yourself first, yes, you might feel accomplished in the short term by being everything to everyone and doing everything for everyone and being reliable and responsible and all that jazz. But inside of you, you know that you're betraying yourself. Inside of you, you're suppressing the anger, the frustration, the disappointment, all of those feelings. And you know what? Eventually, they're gonna explode. And so I want to give you in today's video 5 steps you can use to stop betraying yourself. One thing to keep in mind about these 5 steps, this is all mirror work. So every step that I'm going to walk you through is something I want you to go into a mirror, bathroom mirror preferably, look yourself straight in the eye, and do these 5 steps. Yes, it's hard. Yes, if you've never done mirror work, I'm gonna prepare you for it. It's tough, it's hard to look yourself in your own 2 eyes and tell yourself what you've been repressing and suppressing. But this is the fastest way to stop betraying yourself. So here are the 5 steps you can take to stop betraying yourself. Step number 1, tell yourself the truth about where you are in your life. This is the hardest step. This by far is the hardest step, because in step number 1, you are looking yourself in the eyes in a mirror and you are telling yourself the truth about where you are in your life, all of your life. I'm talking your money, your relationships, your weight, your career, your business, your children, your friendships, This is the hardest step, because you're literally going to look yourself in your own eyes and you're going to tell yourself the truth about where everything is, about what you're pleased with, what you're not pleased with, where you're unhappy, what's missing in your life, and you are probably going to cry. So brace yourself for that. But you know what? This is the most important step to stopping self-betrayal. You've got to tell yourself the truth. It doesn't have to be something you proclaim to the world, but at some point, You've got to be able to look into your own eyes and say, this is the life I'm living. Whether I want it or not, I like it or not, this is what's true. And be able to say that to yourself. Now, I want you to comment below and tell me, based on doing that first step, I'd really like you to do this first step first. Go in the mirror and tell yourself the truth about where you are in your life. Comment below and tell me what in your life needs to change. Because you know what, when you do step number 1, you start telling yourself exactly what needs to change, like it all comes out. So comment below and tell me what in your life needs to change. Step number 2, admit where you've been compromising, selling yourself short, and settling for less than you deserve. So step number 2 is all about telling yourself the truth about where you've been settling, what you've been tolerating, putting up with. Look, you can't change what you refuse to acknowledge, and you certainly can't change what you won't face. So in the mirror, I want you to really talk to yourself about where you've been selling yourself short, where you've been compromising your standards, your values, where you've been settling for less than you deserve, where you've been settling for just stuff that if any of your best friends knew, if any of your closest family members knew what you were settling for, they would literally look at you and go, why? Why would you do this? And see, that's why we don't tell ourselves the truth about where we've been settling for the most part, is the shame that we feel. But in this step, I want you to just kick shame to the curb, and I want you to look in that mirror, and I want you to tell yourself exactly where you've been settling for less than you deserve. Step number 3, allow yourself to feel the pain of the losses you suffered and the wounds that are unhealed. You can't heal what you refuse to feel. Unless you feel it, unless you allow yourself to feel the pain of something, the loss of something, there is no moving beyond it. And step 3 is all about giving yourself the room, yes, while still looking into your eyes in the mirror, to feel the pain and the loss and the unhealed wounds and everything you've been burying. Because here's the thing about pain. You might be able to bury it, but you're never going to hide it, because at some point, all of that suppressing your pain simply gives it the power to explode when you least expect it. So don't give it that power. Instead, in step number 3, really allow yourself to feel the pain as you look in your own 2 eyes, and allow yourself to allow the emotions to come up, the anger, the sadness, the tears, whatever it takes. But again, step 3 is super important, because you can't heal what you won't feel. It's just not possible, but you will give it more power. And then eventually one day it will explode. So in step number 3, to stop betraying yourself, give your emotions, give your pain the room to speak, and really feel that. And know in feeling it that you can handle whatever comes in terms of your pain. You are not fragile. You are pain resilient. But you won't know that until you actually allow yourself to feel it. So allow yourself to feel that pain. Step number 4, own your power to heal yourself. Step number 4 is own your power to heal yourself. Here's the thing, you are your only healer. And I want you to look in that mirror, and I want you to stand up tall, and I want you to say to yourself, I am my only healer. I am my most powerful healer. I am the only one who can heal myself, and I have every ability to heal myself. And say it over and over and over again and over again until you believe it, because here's the truth. You are your only healer. You can go to every shaman, every psychic, every doctor, every naturopath, I mean, you name it, Reiki, you can go to every healer you want. But no one can do to you what you will not allow through you. Let me say that again. No one can do to you what you will not allow through you. So yes, you can use all those things, and yes, they can be helpful, but at the end of the day, the healing will always come from you. What you allow, what you shift, what you change. So look in that mirror and say to yourself, I am my only healer. Step number 5. Pick one area of your life that needs healing and make a commitment or plan to heal it. The fifth and final step is for all of you action takers out there who are kind of probably tired of being in the mirror and doing mirror work at this point. And step 5 is pick one area of healing, one area that you need to heal that is deeply connected to the self-betrayal that you're doing, and develop a plan to heal it. Now, here's the thing I want you to do. I want you to now not only develop the plan, but take the first step of that plan to heal that one area that is connected to your self-betrayal immediately. There is power in taking the first step immediately. So I want you to put me on pause and take the first step immediately. And then I want you to come back and comment below and tell me, what was the first step you took to heal that one area of your life? And how do you think that's going to help you stop the self-betrayal? So comment below once you've taken the first step and tell me, what was the step and how do you think that's going to help with self-betrayal? There you have it, my 5 steps for ending the vicious cycle of self-betrayal. If you are ready to stop betraying yourself, if you are ready to be in that category like the title of my book, 10 things that brilliant women do that other women won't, if you are ready to finally make your dreams and your goals the priority, to learn how to make and keep the commitments you make to yourself first, then I'm inviting you to join me for the 10-week Rebuild Yourself program. It is specifically for women. It is specifically designed to help you rebuild your mind, redesign your life, and reestablish your powerful sense of self-worth, which means no more self-betrayal. Which means when you start to betray yourself, you're gonna know the signs and you're gonna feel it and you're gonna rebuild in that very moment. Learn more about the 10-week Rebuild Yourself program at CassandraVaughn.com/programs. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching and have an amazing week.